So at the moment I'm studying outside the Femall Hotel. So Femall Hotel is owned by the Tongsu Technology company, and they have produced an app that was released free of charge during the epidemic to help businesses and people continue their daily lives and also their businesses normally, even though they were experiencing restrictions in terms of travel. So Mr. Lee today has agreed to meet us, is going to join us for an interview, and is also going to introduce the functions of his application and also demonstrate how we can use the hotel services here within the application his company has designed. So let's go inside and learn more. Today we're in a hotel called Femall. And Femall is a hotel which is under the banner of Chongqing Tongsu Technology. Tongsu Technology has created an application which allows people to buy retail products and also use hotel services without the need for any face-to-face contact, even though they still have this traditional method available if people want to use it. So during the outbreak of the COVID-19, they released their application free of charge to companies and also individuals who want to use the services, and this helped lots of businesses and people get through the crisis. In order to learn more, we have come to the Femall Hotel here in Chongqing, and sat next to me is Mr. Lee, Mr. Zhongyong Lee. He is the CEO of Chongqing Tongsu Technology, and he's going to answer some of our questions today so we can learn more about the company and its role in helping people and businesses through the epidemic. Thank you, Director Lee, for accepting our interview.
It's a technology company with a focus on commercial digitalization in the form of an operating system. Our system comprises of two main areas. One is the SaaS system, a voice-operated software platform. Another is our intelligent hardware, the Internet of Things. These support three main industries: accommodation for both short and long-term stays, to all facets of hotels and inns. The second industry is retail. Our system supports producers, wholesalers, retailers down to their end user. The third is for tourist attractions. Our company, Tongsu Technology, is integrating these three industries. There is a Chinese expression that means superficially connected. A sore point for many industries originates from using different systems. So in the case of our SaaS system, whilst maintaining their autonomy and avoiding centralized control, stores and enterprises can work together in harmony on marketing, vouchers, traffic, customers, and share common resources, thus breaking the state of disunity and realizing close interaction. What do these tools help businesses achieve? Efficiency. This is the goal of Tongsu Technology. Tongsu Technology is among the first batch of demonstrative internet companies, as they are making strides in online solutions and innovating in the application of metadata. That's the general background to Tongsu.
What effect did COVID-19 have on your company?
The impact has been considerable. Before the Chinese New Year, our mature product was the accommodation system. The retail system had only just been released, and the plans was to first apply it to the hotel. Then the outbreak came. As you know, everyone focused on epidemic control, so Tongsu Technology made a decision to bring our retail system to market earlier and free of charge for all retailers. During the time after the New Year, although nobody was able to work in the office, they were able to work from home, striving to help stores achieve sales without human input. Through this groundbreaking system, this focus meant this product came onto the market faster. So in our case, the outbreak had a positive effect, even though it was unfortunate for society at large. It was a good form for a narrow business perspective. As it propelled commercial digitalization, we knew that for many store owners, their advantage was simple. Our store is located here, and there are many customers around. This may be an advantage, but it has exposed a fatal flaw. This business-customer relationship is too simple and lacks diversity. I can do business as long as the doors are open, but that may not always be possible, despite having the ability to do so. The epidemic highlighted this issue, so commercial digitalization is a must for stores. When you consider it from this angle, the epidemic will have greatly spurred on the process of digitalization in China. So it's during this transition that Tongsu is working against the clock. To do what Churchill said about the UK, not to let any opportunity go to waste. We haven't let this opportunity slip by grasping it and speeding the process to market.
How have your products helped lower the risk of infection to the public?
We know that the main danger is infection between people in crowds. So in a commercial environment such as a mall, people crowd in confined spaces, and there's a serious risk of infection. In our contact-free retail system, there are two core scenarios we aim to resolve. One is that I don't need to visit a store physically, and that I can scan a code to access their digital store. The shop assistants organize delivery, and I can just collect. There's no need for crowding, not even to go out at all. I can purchase directly from home and have all the items delivered to me to my residential complex. When we reduce contact like this, we also lessen the risk of infection.
Did your hotel have to close during the epidemic?
As did all hotels in the industry to help the country fight the epidemic. But we're already back in business, are we not? Even though we were closed during that time. We were aware that such epidemic control could become the norm, so as smart technology continues to grow, there will still be a need to reduce contact. Room bookings, selection, registration and check-in can all be done without human input, and guests can check in without contact. This also includes temperature checks and facial recognition. Yes, our system supports all of this, and use of facial recognition has approval from the authorities.
How does the facial recognition system meet the requirements of the authorities?
We all know that in the accommodation industry, everyone in the world needs ID to check in, so you just have to assure the validity of documents. We have direct access to the ID database, which means we can handle this ourselves, without further outside input, to complete the process of identification and check the validity of documents.
Do you have advice for other countries fighting the epidemic? Also, do you have any plans to introduce your product abroad?
The Tong in Tongsu means link, so naturally our technology isn't restricted to China. Actually, last year we prospected the market in Thailand. From these initial moves, we hope to expand worldwide. But it's a process, of course. That's one point. As for the other on epidemic control, China certainly has experience that everyone can learn from. Although each country is different, there are commonalities when it comes to prevention, such as infection person to person, the need to reduce crowding, lowering infection rates, and cutting the infection pathways are all common principles. No matter your religious creed or political views, this virus transmits in the same manner. So in a large commercial environment, how can you reduce crowding? I believe technology offers a solution, as not only it meets personal needs, but also those of businesses, while also reducing the risk of infection. I believe technology is indispensable in this regard, and we're very happy to provide this when anybody requires it.
So now we're in the Free Mall Hotel of Chongqing Tongsu Technology, and on this Chinese poster here we can see the process of using the hotel here. So like I said, by using the Tongsu app, we don't need to deal with the reception directly. We can check the times we can check the rooms of the hotel we want to use. And unlike traditional hotels where sometimes you have to check in at 2 p.m. and then leave before midday the next day, here you can come and use the room anytime you like and check out anytime you like as well. So here we can choose the room you want, you can look at the style you want, then you choose the date and the time. You can pay for it in app, including all of your expenses. And then come the time, in China, like elsewhere, you have to do an ID check. And with this, you don't need to do at the reception either. So what you can do, you can use your phone's like facial recognition instead. So once all that is done, you can then go and use your room directly. And in the hotel here, you don't need to use a room card, a key card, or you don't even need a one-time code to enter the room. What happens is, once you've finished all of the formalities, you'll have a button that you can use on your iPhone screen or not, any smartphone you have. And once you've arrived at your room, you just push the button and then the door will unlock automatically for you. So in a moment, CEO Mr. Lee is going to show us how to do this step by step. So what's happening now, Mr. Lee is going to show us how to use his hotel from start to finish. Okay, so he's selected his room and the time he wants. If the room number has a white background, it means it's available. So he's chosen room 8806. Okay, so now we pay for the room and also the deposit. So here also you need to write your name and also your phone number. Okay, so if you have any vouchers that's valid for the hotel, you can choose to use it here. So as you can see, the process is really simple. So the final step is we now have this screen here, and instead of having a key card or a code to get in, we just push this hexagon button here, and just through the internet it opens the door automatically for us. So once you push the button, the door unlocks and we can go in. So every room in this hotel has its own unique style. So the room we're in at the moment is a traditional Chinese style. So we're taking advantage of this. I'm just having a cup of Chinese red tea with Mr. Lee. But what's also unique about this hotel is the fact that you don't only come here to stay, but actually everything you see here, including all of the furniture, all of the decorations, the paneling, the flooring. And in a moment, we'll also go out into the lobby as well and have a look at some more products. But everything you see in here is also for sale. So when guests come to stay, they not only stay here for as long as they like, but they can also purchase anything they like for their own homes, which they can see around here. A unique feature about this hotel is that it's not only a hotel, it's also a mall. So hence the name Free Mall Hotel. So everything you can see here in the lobby is available to buy. And if you see something here that you want to purchase, all you need to do is go to the reception and they can order it for you. And when I say everything is available to purchase, I mean literally almost everything. So including the cats here we've got here. So Mr. Lee, the CEO, he also told me that the cats here are also available to buy. If we look at a few more examples, so if we come over here, we can see some door locks. So these are also really popular in Chongqing now. So instead of having a key, which you can lose, you can purchase these fingerprint locks. Okay, so it worked. Oh no, it didn't work for me, so obviously I haven't put my fingerprint into the system. But literally everything you see here, you can buy. So we've got the disinfection cabinets, the coffee machine, and even this interactive screen we got here, where Mr. Lee first talked about the functions, the way his company works. So we use this screen here. So really in this hotel, it has combined two industries, if you like. So not only the accommodation industries, but has also combined the mall into the hotel as well, which is something I find really interesting.